Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the peanut gallery is glad to see that President Biden visited the brave and beautiful people of Ukraine this week. The courage it must have taken to travel to a city being struck with missiles and drone attacks from the evil Russian Empire. Good thing he gave the Russians a heads up before he got there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth Clues. If you can't find it, well, you're just not very good at the internet. Currently, this show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And yes, Caroline, if it is not, look at date Joe Biden. February 21st. 2023, then you are listening to a rerun. Quote of the day goes exactly like this one thing. There is a real split today between those who push the button and those who do the dying. Who said that? Dale Spender. I did not know who this woman was. Look it up if you get a chance. My co-host, she's lovely, she's sassy, and she's one of the biggest flat earth rock stars ever, glowing in different lighting and camera work with all sorts of flashing little things going on. Hey, Karen, what's going
on? Not a whole lot, Mark, you know.
So do I know what that thing is in the background next to the moon on that other side? What is that over there?
What, this?
Nope, other side.
This.
Other side. Nope, other side. That white thing.
This?
Yeah.
It's a poster.
Oh, it is.
But, yeah. It's a poster of the biofield, actually.
Oh,
you can't see it in the camera.
That's all right. No, I was curious. I was like, what is that? I don't know what that
It's just a poster, but it's off to the side. It's
that's all right. That's all right. Ooh, very, very cool. No, I've definitely not seen that. Got all sorts of chakra things happening there.
Yeah.
Oh, really, really cool. All right. Hey, Karen, being the current queen of flat Earth, it must be hind. Wow, must be hind. No Freudian slip there. Are you listening, Ted? All right. Find flat Earth friends. Do you know an easy way to find cool people like yourself and solid info about our stationary horizontal level plane?
Why, yes, that would be the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app.
Sure enough, it's the perfect gift for friends, family, and complete strangers. Watch the featured video every day for 2 weeks and see what happens. It'll be the best $2.99 you've ever spent. You know, every time the more I say that, the more I feel like I'm one of the announcers on was it The Price is Right? You know, it's like, and you'll get a month's supply of rice-a-roni. That's San Francisco treat. And David's now cringing in Mexico. It's like, you can't compare my app to rice-a-roni. Even though I like rice-a-roni. I'm Dave Weiss, and I support this show. All right. Shout outs to Flat Earther Stephen Carpenter, the Deftones, support the Flat Earth cause, and get the coolest hoodies ever. Go to the strong.family. Won't you? Pick up some merch. And meetups. We got some meetups out there.
Meetups.
Yeah. I got 3 that I know of. There's going to be one coming up. Oh boy. Which one's first? Oh, that already happened. Minnesota happened February 18th. I got to get rid of that one. February 28th, there's going to be one in dreary old England at Swanage. That is the Flat Earth UK meetup. February 28th. You can see that promo on my channel. And of course, the big one in Southern California, March 18th, the Flat Earth Potluck and Solstice event, I believe. Solstice event.
Okay.
What's it called? What's March 18th? Crap.
You mean like the equinox?
That's it. It's the equinox.
Oh.
Thank you, Karen. Very good. I will be attending. I'll be flying in, so I will be there. I think I'm flying in on the 17th and leaving on the 19th. So if you guys want to hang out with me and ask questions or do whatever, please, by all means, come by. Do you have any other meetups, Karen?
I do.
What do you got?
I have the meetup that you just talked about, Sunset Beach, listed. There's also a meetup that we are putting on here in the Carolinas, in Spartanburg, South Carolina, March 12th, which is actually the week before the one in Sunset Beach. And I'll be attending that with Sarah and Griff, Spicy Sarah, and some other Carolina flatties. And there's
Very
also
cool.
some other things going on there. There's some outdoor events that people are putting on their, and there's some hikes going on in the Tucson, Arizona area, and there's Jam in the Plain in Colorado. So go
Nice.
check it out.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Cool. Good night, everybody. Wrapping the show up early. Okay, no, we are going to be jumping over to headlines. We're going to have some buttons being pushed by all sorts of nations. Everybody's trying to get everybody to fight using whatever buttons they can. So far, it hasn't happened. And I don't know, we've done a Cry Wolf episode. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I know that I've read in forums like, it can happen anytime. It's like, come on, man. I've heard this so many times now. At this point, I'd like something to happen just as a change of pace. Anything except for, the ninjas doing their industrial sabotage, which I think is actually happening in this country.
It seems
But
like it. There's been a
yeah,
lot of explosions, right?
yeah. But since, as you know, the take the line out of the Truman Show, we believe that the world that is presented to us, and if the media is not presenting a war, is there a war, or is it just ninjas? Right now, it's just ninjas. So anyway, let's get to it. The first headline is going to be, well, not shocking. This is from China, from Fox News. China threatens
China.
countermeasures against U.S. entities after spycraft shootdown. People's Republic of China threatened Wednesday to take action against U.S. agencies responsible for destroying and recovering one of its surveillance balloons. So not only, I'm going to pick on China. Normally, I don't like to pick on countries, but I'm going to pick on you this time. It's like, not only did you admit it the first time, now you're actually saber rattling and admitting it again. It's like, oh yeah, it was one of ours. You shot it down. You shouldn't have shot it down. It's like, okay. Even though you're not going to get any sympathy from anybody, considering it crossed 11 states, 12 if you count Alaska, and 2 Canadian provinces, if you believe that narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, China, for doing that. Anyway, that was the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesman Wang Wenbin made the vague threat during a press conference. China firmly opposes this and will take countermeasures in accordance with the law against the relevant U.S. entities. You're not even going to name the entities? You know who they are. Come on, man. You can say it. It's DOD, CIA, FBI, Naval Intelligence. It's somebody. It's one of our groups. We should name them. All right. Next one down. Who else is pushing buttons? Oh, well, the British got to get in on this. Sure. Why not? By the way, you know that the Britain changed their prime minister again recently. So it's now Sunak, not to be compared to Peanut. Help me out here. Isn't Sunak, wasn't he one of like the Vulcan
Rishi
ambassadors?
Sunak, that guy is the prime minister now?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's so weird.
I know. Every time I read his last name, I think of like a Vulcan ambassador from Star Trek. Every time. There's nothing I can do. I can't get around it. So yeah, Peanut, look up the Vulcan ambassadors. See if we got a name that's really close. Anyway, the Vulcans pledge to double down Ukraine aid as UK pledges to be first to send long-range missiles. What could go wrong? Send long-range missiles to Ukraine and fire them at Russia. I'm sure Russia will not hold a grudge at all. You remember, these are the same guys that said they were going to have tidal wave torpedoes wipe out your entire western shore, UK. But yeah, that's fine. I know you got to be strong. Got to be strong, Prime Minister. Okay. Moving on. Next one down. Sarek, Spock's dad, says Peanut. You suck on media? What do you mean I suck on media? I was close. I didn't know it was Sarek. Did you know it was Sarek?
Nope.
Hey, it's pretty close. Sarek, Sunak. Hey, Vulcan in my book. All right, next one down. This one is from Global News. Not us. In fact, I think this is Canadian. All right, here's a not suspicious story. Russian defense official dies after falling from St. Petersburg Tower window. And you see the picture of her. It's like, what could have happened to her? What was she in charge of, you think? Let's look it up. A top Russian defense official has been found dead after apparently falling from the 16th floor of a high-rise apartment in St. Petersburg. At around 8 a.m.,
Wow.
which is an unusual time,
What's
the
up
body of
there?
a woman was found by police on a sidewalk. She was 58-year-old Marina Yankina, head of finance and procurement for the Russian Defense Ministry's Western Military District, one of 5 arms of the Russian armed forces. And it was preliminary ruled as a suicide. But there was something else going on here. I think it was, oh, here it is. Here, you go all the way to the bottom. Yakina's death comes almost 1 year to the day after she criticized the US and UK for insinuating that Russia would invade Ukraine. Was a message being sent by ninjas?
Where does it say
Possibly.
that?
Down at the bottom, right above the tweet.
Oh, above the tweet. I already went past the
Yeah,
tweet.
sorry, above the tweet.
Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. She said on a broadcast news outlet that strategists in Washington and London were playing a scary, strange, wild political game and demanded apologies. Translation, I now have a target on my back
Yeah.
and we'll get around to you. And they did.
Oof.
Again, something weird happens, ninjas.
Most likely.
But we're not at war. Nope.
Sus.
The what?
Sus.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next one down is it is a tweet. And this particular tweet, if you go into it,
It says you are unable to view this tweet because this account owner limits who can view their tweets.
what, have you been banned by something? Go back into it again. I'm in it. Peanut, are you in it? Can you see it? Karen, are you on some sort of list? Well, anyway, I'll read it. This is the North Korea one. North Korea says they have a new missile, and I love the picture of it. You saw it. You saw the picture with the trajectory. Peanut, send her the image if you can, or I can send it. You still can't
I
can't
guess
view
I'm
it,
on a list.
Karen.
It says I can't view
Stop
it.
causing trouble. How did you upset Dr. Marco Langbrook? How did you
Let me
upset this
see.
man? Well, anyway, the Koreans
Oh, I
say,
am blocked.
Karen, how?
I don't.
You remember last week when
Well,
we ran
okay,
into this when you
listen.
knew
This
the
guy's
nice
got.
lady from the bakery who died? Now this week you were being blocked by one of my push button guys.
He's got an observatory on his screen. Clearly, it's got to be flat Earth related. Listen, been on Twitter since 2011. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. Karen's on a bunch of lists, and yet I can still fly. That's the irony. All right. I mean, I actually used to blow up stuff for a living, but nope. Nope, Karen. All right. Anyway, Koreans basically said, see, Peanut, can you send her the screenshot of that if you can? Of the trajectory. It basically shows a
Oops.
globe with an extremely high arcing ICBM path that goes, oh my God, it must be going up 16,000, oh yeah, 18,000 kilometers straight up, and they can land anywhere on Earth, supposedly. And we're not even one that's reported this. The Japanese DoD reported this. It's like, what? Come on, Korea. You Japanese bought it, whatever you wanted, hook, line, and sinker. So yeah, that's the tweet. But I think it's actually funnier than you were blocked or even
Oops.
there. All right, moving on. Next one down. Next one down. This is from Popular Mechanics. You absolutely know it's true. China learned how to make its hypersonic weapons make their weapons twice as devastating. Okay, twice as devastating as what? It's kind of like a laundry detergent commercial, isn't it? With twice the cleaning power. As what? You need context. I need a reference. Who's anyway, the missile there that you see there, Chinese scientists say they've significantly boosted the operational range for hypersonic weapons. The scientists built a prototype hypersonic engine with a fuel efficiency of 79%. China says its operational hypersonic missile could destroy U.S. aircraft carriers. Okay, could, might, possibly, all this hypothetical crap, and the image, by the way, is completely computer generated. Right, it's a nice little 3D rendering fake missile that's flying next to clouds.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah. Who's the story for? Who are you running? The Chinese scientists have figured out how to nearly double the range of missiles, according to a recently published paper. Who published it? Oh, China did. You mean the same China that built that space station? I'm going to keep harping on you guys. Built a space station with no physical video documentation of how it was built, how long it took. Oh, no, it took 18 months. Were you getting proof of that? Nope. Here we are. Got our astronauts up there. How'd you do it? Now, normally I'd say something in a very racist accent to answer that question, but I'm not going to. You know what? Because I'm a better person. I don't want to get myself into any more trouble than I'm already at. Okay, so that's the last one for pushing buttons. Let's get to lucky and unlucky list, and we'll definitely go to the break with those because that list has not gotten any smaller over the weeks. I don't know what it is about 2023, but we are in the thick of it. So the first one is an image that I thought was very appropriate. So this is from a guy named Michael Young. And Michael Young was making fun. He went to some length to make fun of people who got the shot, right? So on December 21st, 2021, he makes a picture of him as a Borg, right? He's making himself out to be the villain. And his post goes something like this: received my third microchip dose of the poisonous, dehumanizing, blood contaminating, DNA altering satanic communist yet somehow also Nazi inspired vaccine this morning. Should be fully assimilated into the vast lost army of the hopelessly unawakened within a couple of weeks. Man, I am going to be sorry when the truth finally comes out, he said tongue in cheek. Oh, but the follow-up picture to that is February 9th, just recently. Michael passed away suddenly and unexpectedly at home. And Karen's right to laugh. Why would you say suddenly and unexpectedly? If it was sudden, it's absolutely assumed to be unexpected.
Yeah.
And if it's unexpected, it's probably sudden. You don't have to do both. Anyway, at home,
So
February
weird.
6th, 2023. Michael had a big heart. No play on words there. Oh, you guys. An exquisite sense of humor and was known to be endearing and blah, blah, blah. The rest is cut off. So, yeah. Yeah. You want karma. There you go, Michael. Sucks to be you. All right. Next one down is going to be foxnews.com. We're going to rattle off through some of these. This is one of those, there's only so many bullets you can dodge story, which is, you remember, Karen, you remember the cave where the kids were rescued, and Elon wanted to get in that mini submarine, which never ever happened. You know how they ended up getting them out?
No, I don't
They,
remember.
they partially sedated them and hooked them up to oxygen things and like drug them through the water for a considerable distance, but they had to sedate them so they didn't freak out while they were in the underwater blackness trying to snake them through. But they got them all out, and one of them, I'm not going to try to read his name because it's way too tough. He died of suddenly, yeah, and unexpectedly. So talk about a that's not a happy ending to that story. Gets rescued from the cave, and then a couple of years later, yeah, he goes down because of something that was sudden and unexpected. Next one down. Let's get to it. TMZ Sports. Can't believe that in 2023, I am now checking TMZ on a regular basis because they were the first ones to tell you. XFL DP Stanley Wilson Jr. dead at 40 after collapsing at mental hospital. Don't know what he was doing there, but he just dropped and he died.
Wow.
Foul play is not expected. Autopsy results are pending. Toxicology. Yeah, we will see if they actually give us the story. We got a whole bunch more of those. All right, next one down. So he's unlucky. Got a lucky one though for you. Fox News, I believe, if Karen's got the right one. Tom Sizemore. Recognize him?
Mm-hmm. Lots of
Big actor.
movies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was in some of my favorite movies of the 90s, Saving Private Ryan and Heat. He was always seemed to be in the right place at the right time. He was one of those character actors that got some great roles. He was the big supporting actor in Saving Private Ryan, and he was awesome. Anyway, he had a brain aneurysm. at his home, and he is in the hospital, and he is still in critical condition and under observation. So he is not dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lived
But
after a brain aneurysm. That's pretty crazy.
yeah, but also because they can't let it go. If you scroll down, according to IMDb, look at that, Karen. The actor currently has how
30,
many upcoming credits?
33.
33. Had to do it. You had to put it in there. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. All right. Next one. Next one down is Law and Order star Richard Belzer, who I actually knew. I mean, yeah, I knew him from Law and Order, but
Oh, wow, that guy.
yeah, very definitive looking character actor.
Mm-hmm.
Started out in comedy and then got into Law and Order. And if you guys know anything about Law and Order, if you get a steady role in there, you could basically stay there for the rest of your life. And
That show's still going?
oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and all the spin-offs are still going because think about this, because they don't have to make the writers don't have to come up with anything new. They just grab the stories from real life crime. So there's always some little variance of it. So, crime never stops. So they just take it from the headlines and put it into the show. Anyway, I don't think they actually said why. I think they just said he died, but I don't see anything in here exactly what he died of, which is something they're just omitting. But there's a nice little, you see his timeline going all the way down to when he was doing stand up in front of the brick walls back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like they're saying.
No, I didn't see it either. All right, we can do a few more before we get down. So he is unlucky. Next one down. This is kind of a weird one. Jason Panettiere. I pronounced that right? Peanut Panettiere?
Panettiere.
Panettiere. He, actor and brother of Hayden Panettiere. Now, I've seen Hayden in different things. In fact, Hayden was in, wasn't she a superhero in something? She
Uh,
was in a couple things. Peanut's looking
I
that up
don't
for
know.
us. She was in, yeah, Heroes. I knew I saw her in Heroes. Yeah. And but he died. And again, they're varying enough where it's like they just say he died. Not saying, sometimes you'll see sudden, sometimes you'll see unexpected, sometimes when they're dumb, you'll see both. But in this case, he just died. So he was a child star some years ago, and that was it.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. And you're probably wondering, it's like, Mark, why are you doing lucky and unlucky? Because one of the big reasons I was thinking about that this morning, I'm doing this mostly because what reinforced it for me last week was the that Canadian I don't know if you saw the clip of the Canadian player, the poker players that were hot mic'd.
Oh, yeah, and the guy's saying he wish he never got this shot.
Well, yeah, but not just that. Yeah, that guy was one guy, but the guy who was sitting next to him had just gotten it 3 weeks ago. And the guy sitting next to him was like, "Why did you get it?" Right? It's like, because I wanted to be here at the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you waited all this time, you held out all this time, and the World Series of Poker is coming up in the States. I got to come down from Canada. It's like, what were you thinking? So I don't. It's that's what the lucky and unlucky list is for. In case people, I know our listeners would never ever do it, but come on, I'm sure that poker player didn't think he was going to do it either. Don't think you can let down on your guard, and this is to remind you that it's still out there, that people are still making wonderful decisions. Let's do a couple more before we go to break. Next one's from Fox News. Oh, this is from your neck of the woods, Karen. Oh no, yeah, it's local. This did not get national attention. 3 teacher deaths in 3 months at Thomasville. You know where Thomasville is? Primaries.
I don't.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up.
Let me read this real fast. Andrea White Hunter, second grade teacher, died on November 14th, 2022, per the school district. Eva Shetley, a kindergarten teacher, died on January 13th, and Terry Register, a second grade teacher, died on Saturday. The school district says they are unable to release information about the causes of death out of respect for the families of the deceased. They did, however, this is the hook for me, ready? They did, however, state that each teacher had different and unique health concerns that contributed to their passing. If you have to go out of your way to say they had unique, so basically they're saying there's no connection between these 3 people at all.
Right.
Nope. But we're not going to tell you what they had. because of privacy concerns for the families.
I'm
Really?
sure.
Because we can get that anytime we want with it. TMZ reports it all day long if they can. So yeah. Yeah, three in the same school and completely different people. Younger black woman, older white woman, and Terry, middle-aged white guy who could be gay.
Possibly.
It's the pink shirt and earring, I think. It is an earring.
Earrings.
Earrings, plural. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Again, is there a connection between the three of them? What could it be? I don't know. It's baffling. It's a mystery.
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll never
Could be
know.
anything. You never know what it is. What could all those teachers had done recently? Oh, I'm stumped. All right, let's do one more before the break. And then I swear we will try to finish these when we get back. Yeah, this is a great one to go. This is a transition one. This is not lucky or unlucky. This is just related. This is from the New York Post. In case you guys, again, this is why I do what I do. This is from the health department. People unvaxxed against COVID, higher risk of diabetes. Yep.
Yeah, that's
So,
that,
so
that one makes me angry because it doesn't even say which type of diabetes. Does it say
type 2?
Type 2?
Type 2. Yep, type 2.
Why?
So I don't know. In fact, I don't think they know.
It's because they don't. But I'll tell you what, it probably causes type 1 diabetes.
There you go. These results suggest that a C19 vax prior to infection may provide a protective effect against diabetes.
Might.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not going to put their stamp on it just in case. All of a sudden, next thing you know, a whole bunch of people get diabetes. And they're like, I thought you told me. It's like, yeah, they told you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like it was safe and effective.
Safe and effective. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna go our first break, and when we come back, we will finish up the unlucky and unlucky. And it gets weird by the end. We get a few, and then we get 4 clown worlds, which I am sure will tickle your funny bone a bit. So, with that, Karen, let's do the music thing, shall we?
Alrighty.
Are you a blue dot? Those questioning where we live are not just here. They are everywhere. Of course, this info is hidden from you, but the app shows you that no matter where you go, you aren't alone. We are everywhere, and we are growing. Find your tribe today.
Shout out to Karen B, Mark Sargent, David Weiss. I'll be checking out that video this weekend at the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app on YouTube. Or
Join me, Karen B, every moon day in the early light, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, on Rockfin, Twitch, and Facebook for an early light chit chat. Open phones, open topics, always chill. I hope to see you there.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 2 of 4. It's you, me, and the always lovely Karen B. And you know what? That was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album
Night and Day.
Yep. All right. We are still punching through. Oh, wow. We still got quite a few. Lucky, unlucky, because, it's not getting any better. Let's go right into Raquel Welch, who passed away at the age of 82. One of the early sex icons from the 60s.
Yeah, man.
Brief, but again, and I normally wouldn't, out of respect, I wouldn't even question it, but look what she died of. Hey, a brief unknown illness. And she's a straight shooter, and I have a funny feeling that, to do engagements and do whatever she had to do, she'd be willing to take the shot and take the risk. So she did. So brief, unknown illness.
That's a
Raquel
shame.
Welch. Yeah.
She was
Talk about
beautiful.
someone who did not, found her look and she did not change it ever.
She didn't have to.
No, she didn't.
She didn't have
No,
to.
she didn't.
Even when she was
she was
old,
great.
look at her. She was good looking for an old lady even.
Oh yeah. Genetic lottery winner.
She
She
never
absolutely was.
didn't look good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Find me a shot. There's a TMZ shot. Find me a shot of her looking crappy going to the Quickie Mart for a thing of milk. Never gonna happen. I don't think she went out of the house. She was that smart, that sort of smart. She's not leaving. Okay. Next one down. Fox News. University of Las Vegas defensive lineman Ryan Keeler. No cause of death has been cited. He died. That's all. Cause of death not yet been released. His death was first reported by the Las Vegas Review-Journal. He was a sophomore after transferring from Rutgers. So young kid, 6'6", 275.
Goodness.
Yeah, he was a big guy.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
Yep. Yeah. He's
Goodness.
somebody. He could get a job at a bouncer just about anywhere.
Probably.
Sit in a stool and do the velvet rope thing. Next one down, also from TMZ. Thank you to Peanut Gallery for recommending to PM. This one is so odd, and I don't even know if it's tied to the shot of unknown origin. Kelly Pickler's husband seemed upbeat and celebratory one day before suicide. There's the tweet the day before where he's talking about, I think somebody he wrote for, platinum album, amazing crew, blah, blah, blah. And supposedly it was suicide. So I can't really question it because I don't know anything more about it. It just seems awfully odd that a guy was so chipper and, social media, everything was great. And then the next day he was dead. I mean, he wasn't a nobody. He was successfully writing stuff for people. So don't know. Had to report it. Moving on. Next one down. Okay, these are the two back-to-back just weird ones. You know, where they're trying to pin it on things. You remember a couple of weeks ago, Karen, we were talking about the I think it was a girl in England that was putting on her aerosol deodorant and then
Yes.
just dropped dead, and the parents were like, "It must be the deodorant." Oh my God, I found the reference. Just now. It just occurred to me. And Peanut will totally get this. Remember Steve Martin in The Jerk? When the sniper was trying to shoot him at the gas station and he was punching holes in the cans and the motor oil cans. And Steve Martin looks up at the hills. He goes, "It's the cans. He hates these cans." Because he was just missing them with bullets. Yeah, that's what it was. It's like, oh, this girl obviously died because she put on aerosol deodorants. Anyway, so this particular one, coming back to the story, this is from the Augusta Chronicle. This girl, 13 years old, Julia Chavez, right? As I'm scrolling down here, she was middle school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sudden death Monday morning. Her grandfather said things will never be the same. But you have to scroll down a little bit to find it. She had a headache and an earache over the weekend, which the doctor said, "Oh, she's got an infection." She's given an antibiotic and then collapsed Sunday morning and died.
Wow.
Tests show that she had internal bleeding from leukemia.
Never knew
And
she
it's like,
had it. That's crazy to me.
so, okay, so a 13-year-old suddenly developed out of nowhere leukemia, and up to the last minute was showing almost no symptoms and then died. And by the way, she was misdiagnosed. No question there.
Right.
So, yeah. But again, they're going to pin it on, it's just one of those super rare things. It's like, really? I don't know any 13-year-olds that just leukemia is not something that just sneaks up on you. Unless, cancer cells are accelerated by something. I don't know what it could be. What I've heard of recently that could accelerate cancer cells at that sort of rate.
I think that would be gardening and sunshine. Mark, is what you're thinking of.
Dirt and tap water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Again, we've heard this. Skipping breakfast, and there's all sorts of things that could cause that. Yeah. Well, and you think, well, that's an isolated incident, Mark. Okay, well, let's go the same. Here's one. You think that one's weird? Here's one from Fox News. Florida boy dies from infection after twisting ankle on treadmill. Complete disbelief, says the family. He was 11.
That's
right?
so weird.
Says he died. So his parents say, oh, he got an infection after he twisted his ankle on a treadmill. Fifth grader, right? And possibly scratching himself, which triggered a chain of events that led to him losing his life. And there's the picture of him down below. He was told by doctors that he had remember, oh my God. Remember a couple weeks ago, we were talking about how strep can kill you?
Yes.
Yeah, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get this, right? Shortly after that, he was admitted to intensive care where he was told by doctors he had a strep infection, which somehow turned into a flesh-eating bacteria that caused his brain to swell, and then he died.
Dude, that is so crazy.
I know.
What?
I know. Again, that's straight. Again, the parents are searching for anything. So what are you going to blame it on? It's like, well, he did fall on the treadmill a little while ago, and he may have scratched his ankle, and that may have turned into, strep that turned into flesh-eating bacteria.
But isn't that one really nasty bacteria? Isn't that like the one you can only get from inside a hospital? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
I
do.
That's what I'm seeing.
And if that was the case, what could make a fifth grader vulnerable to such a thing? But I don't know. Again, it's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
My God, guys, come on. Hopefully people are picking up on this. I am sure, again, but there's denial. Denial is the most predictable and powerful thing from anyone. And the parents, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to point to whatever. They're just scrambling. Their minds are racing. It's like, what could it, the doctor's like, what could he have done? They've given us infection. It's like the only thing they could come up with was he fell on the treadmill and may have scratched his ankle. Okay. Sounds totally legit. There's Karen saying, not sus at all. Next one. Fox News. Different defensive lineman put on ventilator after cardiac arrest. He's still, but believe it or not, he's actually lucky. He's not dead. Defensive lineman at Jackson State is in the hospital after going into cardiac arrest on Wednesday. He visited the University of Mississippi Medical Center. His heart is only operating at 10 to 15%. That's not good. That's bad. And he is currently on life support, but they're blaming it on something that has to do with his liver. Toxins built up in his bloodstream and his heart could not operate properly, and the machine is being used to clean out blood and toxins.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. It reminds me of my ex-girlfriend who could not come see me for coffee because she had jaundice, if you remember. It's like, why do you have jaundice all of a sudden? Well, because my liver's failing. What? What? How long ago did you get the shot? He asked, almost rhetorically. And she said, "Oh, like 2-3 weeks. You don't think it has anything to do with that?" No, you're probably fine.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I know. She's still alive though. Thank God. All right, next one down, and then this is the last one. Okay, can you believe that? Lucky and unlucky list just keeps cranking away. Next one down. This is from the UK. Brown graduate, 26, named in Forbes, 30 under 30, collapses and dies after completing marathon in Arizona. He's an avid runner, helped start successful newsletter company 1440 Media. He was one of those guys, self-starter type of guy, 26-year-old, right? Goes to Brown, starts a tech company. When he's bored, sometimes he runs a marathon, and he had just finished the marathon in 3 hours, 10 minutes, and 5 seconds. Not record-breaking by any stretch, but not terrible. And within 15 minutes after finishing, she assumed her boyfriend was celebrating his achievement. He actually collapsed into the paramedics' arms, who were right there. Because after marathons they have guys, and that was it. And they're blaming it on it's a heart condition blamed by an electrolyte imbalance.
What?
Yeah, which means he didn't have enough electrolytes because of the marathon, and he died. I tell you what, and there's a picture of him. If 26-year-olds were dropping like flies after marathons, yeah, you wouldn't be having marathons.
No.
And by the way, that also shows you that just having a paramedic on staff right then and there is not any guarantee. Remember we said it's like, CPR is what saved a lot of people? Not in this case. So there you go. That guy was a lean machine. Look at him down there. He doesn't have any body fat. You can't if you're going to be running. If you run a 3-hour, 10-minute marathon, yeah, you're in great shape. Absolutely freaking shit. And the girlfriend's like, they tried to do CPR. They tried everything. We still don't know what happened. I do. I know what happened. Mark raises his hand. I know. Me. I know. I'll tell you. Yeah, in denial. Girlfriend, only later will her girlfriend, when she's doing internet searches, will she find a rabbit hole and probably fall into it. So, hey, and if you're listening to this show after the fact, I'm sorry. I really am. All right. Let's go to some fun stuff, shall we? Let's do Clown Worlds.
Is it Clown World time?
It is Clown World time.
Yay.
We got four Clown Worlds. Let you know that the world is, you can only take it so seriously. First one, we knew this was coming because of the whole Chinese, because the Chinese apparently are flying over us with all sorts of satellites, just like Sputnik used to do back in the day. As from CNN Politics, U.S. Deputy Attorney General, I don't use TikTok, and I would not advise anyone to do so. Yep. Well, it's settled. That's pretty much it. No, and the reason is, if you guys don't know, TikTok is run by China. China. And they don't know what to do. I mean, this story did not get a lot of traction. Why? Because if you're under the age of 20, I think, you got a TikTok account. Everybody's got freaking TikTok accounts. The kids just love it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get enough of those 20, 30-second TikTok videos. They make them, in fact, they love them so much that people make compilations of them and then put them back on YouTube, because that's where they get a lot of their clips anyway. It's so weird. It's cyclical.
It is.
They use YouTube to make the TikTok videos, and then we use the TikTok videos to put them back up on YouTube. Whoa. Anyway, the social media app TikTok, which is owned by ByteDance, one of the most valuable private companies in China, has said that its Chinese employees do not have access to U.S. user data, but has denied that the company is influenced by Beijing. Look, TikTok does tons and tons of data mining. Of course, most of it's going to be the younger set, but hey, there you go. So
and it's not just data mining, it's the algorithms of what they're showing to people.
Yeah.
They're showing purposefully showing people, dumb, disruptive,
I'm not
destructive. You know what I'm saying?
You cannot get great. I mean, which is why we do compilations. You can't get good information from TikTok.
No.
It's too short, and most of it is just lip syncing dancing people.
Yeah. Although I guess Flat Earth did get popular over there. I still have never made an account, and I probably won't ever, but
yeah, I mean, I will say this: the Flat Earth videos, even though a lot of the information is not very accurate, they do try to consolidate as much as they can. 30-second Flat Earth video would make Dave Weiss blush. It's like, how much info can you crank in 30 seconds? Not a lot, but they do some stuff. So hey, exposure's out there, and if they want bigger things, they have to go over to a different platform. Next one down. This is from RT, also known as Russia Today. Still not canceled in the United States. I'm stunned. There's a reason why this one's on Russia Today and not on ours, though. NATO reveals new space fleet. You're thinking, oh, that sounds like a silly space story, right? No. The U.S.-led military bloc will now use commercial satellites to improve intelligence gathering.
balloons.
So we have officially announced that we are going to now start using spy satellites. Because we haven't until now. NATO hasn't used any, but because the Chinese have been doing their thing, that has given us license to develop and deploy spy satellites. So let me
they're
read
using AI art.
NATO has announced a new space project that aims to create a fleet of spy satellites, because we don't have any. The initiative, which includes NATO applicants Sweden and Finland, got to throw them in there, right? Because we're trying to get them into NATO, even though if Finland joins NATO, this show is over, by the way, involves not only national but commercial assets. The project, which is called Alliance Persistent Surveillance from Space, APSS, was unveiled on Wednesday, with a total of 16 current member states expected to chip in. None of those states, I'm sure, have any spy materials at all. Yeah, it's just so. If you ask the average American, even the more naive, they wouldn't go along with this, would they? They wouldn't buy it. They wouldn't buy that story. Up until now, America doesn't have any high altitude spy equipment.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
But I thought it was already common knowledge that they did, like during the Cold War and stuff.
It is, but how people forget. The general public has the attention span of goldfish, so they didn't quite get it. Okay, next one down. We got 2 left, and then we will go to break pretty soon. Anyway, next one's from CNN.com. Peanut and I, if we were betting men, would have lost a lot of money on this one, which is from CNN Politics. And I'm sorry to say, folks, that it looks right now like it's going to happen. Biden's age is a hot topic as he looks to extend his time in the Oval Office until he is 86. All right. So to start, you have to understand that he is the oldest president ever. Every day he breaks a new record. He's the oldest sitting president, and 2024 is next year. The fact that they have kept him upright and talking for the last 3 years is stunning to me. And it's an election year next year, and there is nobody else even being tagged for the race right now except for him. It's like the handler's like, yeah, you know what? With the right drugs and hypnosis and I don't know, rituals, we think we can keep him going a couple more years. Well, the only thing they're going to change here, right? Let's see here. I got to read this first sentence. When President Joe Biden went for his annual physical at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center on Thursday, he set a new record, as he does every morning, as the oldest president ever. Biden's age is omnipresent in nearly every conversation. Yeah. So there's this line here, which is even though AIDS we'll just say his people. Even though his people say the president has told them that his age will not be the determining factor in his final decision about running for re-election, conversations about it are shaping everything from planning anticipated campaign schedule logistics to, this is the most important one, to calibrating Vice President Kamala Harris's role as his running mate. You see, when you run for re-election, you can change your VP. And right now, Karen knows who they're thinking about picking.
One of the slimiest people.
Say it.
Gruesome Newsom.
Gruesome Newsom, otherwise known as Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Governor of California. And that would be something, because then, you know, if something happened to him, they would have not be shy at all. It's like, oh yeah, let's just put him in there. See, they can't put Kamala in there. They can't do it. They wanted to. They can't stomach it. They just can't pull the trigger on that thing. So they're not going to. So yeah. So right now, as far as I can tell, there is nobody else running against him. They think they can do it. We'll know more by the beginning, but you have to announce by this year. So I'm looking down here to see if there's anybody else. And part of me thinks that the reason why you keep them in there, again, if you're trying to pick a fight, if you're trying to push the button, is trying to make America look as weak as possible. And he has done that in spades. No, America's never looked weaker. Because again, you've got that guy standing up there, you know, fumbling through speeches and doing all this stuff. I mean, just begging. It's like, yeah, we could totally take the U.S. Like, look at him. All right. Last but not least, last Clown World is from, if it will pull up, from the Wall Street Journal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the Wall Street Journal, the pinnacle of American finance journalism, right? With inflation and all the money that people are losing, you know, due to rising costs. Here's their answer. Ready? To save money, maybe you should skip breakfast.
So ridiculous.
That's the headline. Several breakfast staples.
Because, you know, eggs are expensive.
Yeah, this all has all to do with eggs. Remember some weeks ago when we were kind of kidding the fact that they were bootlegging eggs from Mexico up through the border, which they are, because eggs down in Mexico, David Weissel tested this, like $1 a dozen, not even $1 a dozen. And what are they where you are right now?
Like $6-7.
That's
$6
insane for a dozen.
Yeah. Well,
what peanut? What do you got out there?
That's for good eggs, though. I guess the cheap eggs even the cheap eggs are more expensive though. They're like $5 for a dozen eggs.
Yeah, it's crazy. Peanut says, yeah, $7. $7 dozen. So several breakfast staples saw sharp price increases due to a perfect storm of bad weather and disease outbreaks. Nothing else, I'm sure. And continued effects from Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Russia is responsible for the egg prices in America.
I don't understand how they can say that. How do they even put that in print? Like, that is so ridiculous.
I don't know. I don't know.
Russia's invading Ukraine, so you should skip breakfast. It's just so dumb.
Egg prices increased another 8.5% in January from a month earlier, and 70% over the past year. That's not, and the highest annual rate since 73. But yeah, their answer. So there's your answer. But basically, they might as well. That's why they're saying don't eat breakfast. It's like, well, just stop eating eggs because you're not going to be able to afford them. Which means, since eggs are part of a balanced breakfast, or so every commercial in my childhood said, you shouldn't eat eggs anymore. There you go. That's the answer. Skip breakfast. Oh my God. Way to go, Wall Street Journal. Nothing radical about that story at all. And again, blaming it on the Russians. Why? How? How could you possibly blame the eggs costing $7 a dozen on the Russians when they cost $1 in Mexico. David Weiss is laughing at us right now. Like, I get to eat all I want at breakfast. $3. I could have like 50 eggs. His cholesterol levels probably through the freaking roof. All right. That's it. That's all we got. So we're going to go to our second break. When we come back, we will take your phone calls. The phone number is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. Nothing odd about that number. See what I did there? Because it's all even numbers. Anyway, don't judge me. Yeah. So Karen, let's drop that second break music and we'll go from there.
All right.
Yeah.
Please support local flat earthers. Grounded extracts. Like a plug into an outlet, nature is a key into the mind. Once there, it can clean out old chemical leftovers and nourish the mind and body. Life is regained. The road becomes joyful as clarity and self-awareness return. Herbs, roots, algae, and fungi have helped many of us heal, move closer to our goals, and gain control of true priorities over carnal desires. Join us in leaving the chemical, material world and enter into the natural realm, from farm to farm. These finest creations are handmade and are more potent than anything your corner co-op has to offer. Our products, excluding our tinctures, are made to order to assure freshness and maximum effectiveness, fusing together healing herbs with tasty counterparts to bring out full potentials. There is so much joy in working with the natural world given to us by our Creator. Let's take part.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 3 of 4. It's you, me, and the wonderful Karen B. Yeah, sorry about that, Peanut. I completely mistook my head. It was in a totally different place. All right. We're taking your phone calls. Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. It's 848-222-2480. No particular topic. I mean, if something pushes your buttons, I'd love to hear about it. Who should we pick up first? Let's try Ohio. 937. Have we talked to you in a while? You don't call every week. 937. Are you on mute? Are you just listening? I think he's just listening. What do you think, Karen?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think he's just listening. All right, we're going to jump over to 505. New Mexico, not a real place, but hey, we got to pick him up anyway. What's happening out there?
Mark, Karen B. Hey, just for the record up front, I think this might be a Mandela effect or for Raquel Welch. I already thought she was dead. And the other quick thing was, wow, The Jerk. That was the first movie I ever saw on a VCR, and it was indeed Betamax. And I still think pizza in a cup is the best idea, and I don't know why anybody's not doing it.
Yeah. And yeah, the Jerk was ahead of its time. Steve Martin, he was just releasing stand-up albums when he was still doing stand-up albums when that thing came out, and it launched him into he stopped doing stand-up and only did movies after that, and good for him. So really, really enjoyed some of that stuff. I think it was,
absolutely.
Peter, if I'm not mistaken, that was 1979. That takes me back.
Is it really?
About that, or
I think it was. He's going to look it up real fast. I think it was 79.
80, 81.
I don't think it was even 80.
Okay.
It felt like the end of the 70s. And he's going to type in and say, what's he going to say? It's 1979. Yep, I was right. Yeah.
Wow. So, look at that. Stuff. Good going.
Well.
Yeah, last week, I think it was last caller at the end of the show, that guy brought up the Kandahar Giant, which really piqued my interest. I'd never heard of that. I looked into it, and wow, what a great story. And
that's a riveting story. That's one of those that could be a Twilight Zone hour long. You could stretch that.
They could make a movie out of that, man.
You could.
Hollywood should make a movie out of that. That would be way more interesting than them remaking everything that was already made.
Yeah,
and not as good as the first time.
Yeah,
what you could do is you could surprise people with that movie. Meaning, you advertise it as a military, like a desert military exercise that seems pretty routine, but something weird happens, but you don't ever show it during the trailer what it is, and then it goes into a completely different direction, and it would freak people out because that unit got just hammered by this thing. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, great. And I know you were on the side, Mark, that it might not be real, but Karen, where are you at? Yeah, any comments from both of you on that?
As far as the giant story, the Kandahar Giant story.
Yeah, the Kandahar Giant. Yeah.
I mean, it could be real. Can't rule it out. But I don't know.
I'm not saying that the specific Kandahar Giant story is fake. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that if there was some sort of incident like that, you would seal that thing up, that whole the intel and the briefs on that tighter than a drum. You wouldn't let those guys talk to anybody about that sort of thing. So the fact that the story got leaked, is that's what makes me suspicious of it. But I love the story.
But all those guys who aren't supposed to talk, they be talking. Some of them talk. Come on.
You're right. It only takes one guy to
get really drunk and they're with their best friend and they're like,
dude,
you're so crazy.
Yeah, or what it probably was. Okay, I'll take it a stretch further. Again, for the movie people that want to write into idea, it's a rumor from like a medic that treated one of the survivors who didn't live very long. It's like, oh, you're on his deathbed. This like guy like he was mauled by a cave troll, and he told me, this story, and then I got out before the CIA showed up to take care of him. Anyway, what else you got?
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that Japanese giant, either one of you. This has been going around the internet for a few years. That old movie footage from 1890, which a lot of people are saying it's from I guess it's been proven it's from a movie in 2007. But I didn't really I saw it a while back, and I really didn't look into it at all. But it was interesting. The 1890, they claim, what's intriguing about it is they claim that this was actual real footage from a military parade. And this guy looks kind of strange, very strange,
Yeah.
other than he's 13
I don't know
feet tall. But yeah.
I don't know if I buy it for the same reason. And again, I like things that give us traction in our favor, even though they're not exactly accurate. Like when they were doing the some of the movie footage, what they did was they took some of the outtake reels from Capricorn 1 and they spliced it with with NASA footage, and they turned it into a like a big reveal, like something that shouldn't have been out there. But I recognized it immediately. I've watched Capricorn 1 a number of times, and I knew right away what it was. But it was edited in such a way that if you didn't know what you were looking at, especially if you had never watched Capricorn 1 more than once, then yeah. And Peanut Gallery just sent me Giants in Japan from Snopes.com. Read first line before you hang up.
Oh my God,
right,
please
hang on.
don't read from Snopes. I hate Snopes.
Well, and that's the thing that was funny about it, because that's the first thing that comes up, they're saying it's a hoax. So that's why I wanted to look into it a little further. But what's also intriguing is they claim that, well, if it was from 1800s, then the Japanese would have had kind of advanced film technology if they were really doing that.
Film stock back then. Yeah, the video is actually a scene from the 2000 movie Big Man Japan, which I want to actually again.
Yep.
Big
Man Japan. Yep.
The editing nowadays, and that's something people have kind of been doing it for hobbies. There's been a lot of fan fiction and fan trailers been made by people that will splice together things from different movies, and then with some editing, some different video effects, they can make it look like a brand new film that's on the way. So just for the heck of it, I will see if I can find a copy of Big Man Japan from 2007, and which I'd never even heard of till just now. So I will check it out.
Yeah. And the one thing that's recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records is our American giant here, Robert Wadlow, 8 foot 11 inches, 490 pounds. It's great.
But he was,
and then two giants in the Bible that. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the American giant. I feel bad because the taller you are, your life expectancy, because your organs you have to work so much harder. Your life expectancy goes down the taller you are. So he did not last.
Yeah, he didn't live very long.
No.
Yeah.
As far as the giants in the Bible go, that's a whole nother animal, so to speak.
I know. Yeah.
Do I believe in the old school giants and the Titans and the and then the descendants that ended up being like Goliath? Sure. Why not? Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, when I looked into it before the show, two stand out, and I didn't realize there was a lot of controversy over how much a cubit was. And this kind of puts it in a little bit perspective. If a cubit is actually, because in the Bible it measures in cubits, and some Charles Spurgeon put out there that it's actually 21 inches, which was a lot bigger than I thought. And they're saying that Aga Bashan, he would have had a bed between 13 and a half feet to maybe 15 or 16 feet long. And Goliath would have been like 11 feet and 4 inches. Yeah. Wow. So that really puts things in perspective. His mail that he would have worn would have been 5,000 shekels or 156 pounds. Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty.
Impressive.
Everybody likes a good giant story, I guess.
Yeah. All right, man. Any shout outs?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do a shout out to Jen, of course, and hey, what the heck, Steve Martin. I hope he's flat.
Thanks,
We
man.
don't know, but I think he is. Okay, keep it flat, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.
See ya. He hates these cans. 646, you are on. What's happening, man?
We have to talk about Facebook tonight.
Why are we talking about
Stretch it out a
Facebook?
little bit. We're going to talk about Facebook tonight
Okay.
because we need to get to the bottom of this real quick. I think all of us remember MySpace. It's that's like Facebook for boomers, maybe, but like Facebook is like it's the sewage ditch of social media in general.
Yeah.
But we all still use it. We still talk about stuff. Like I'm adding now because I know that eventually my face, because after Convid, like my Facebook just turned into a bloodbath. So I basically just said, okay, I'm going to use it for this. I'm just basically just going to round up as many crazy ass motherfuckers as I can get on here and see if they're all saying something that's interesting, right? And so I just started adding Facebook or flat Earth people constantly over and over and over again. Right. Even after Nathan's 50,000 people group demolished, I still use it because there's still usefulness in it. And tonight I got one of those rare gems, that I had, a hot take that I had not thought about it this way. I'm going to read it to you. I'm not going to dox this guy. Maybe I can say his name because it doesn't really dox him. Check this one out. All right. This is Brian Cornell on Facebook. I just randomly added him. I don't know him. I don't know if I met him at a conference or not or whatever.
Sure.
This one came up tonight. This is rad. He said, was it just America and NASA that lost the technology to take us back to the moon? Or was it like every other space agency in the world too? And he goes on to say, asking for a friend. And I thought about it. I sat back and I was like, what is that? Whatever. I was like, wait a minute. We lost it. So did they find it somewhere? Did they find it from the McDonald's and drag it over to fucking India or to China? Because they clearly have the telemetry data. They clearly have it. So was it really lost? I mean, it was kind of genius. And I was like, immediately I got on there. I was like, you need to make a meme of this now, right now. Does that make any sense to you guys?
Sort of.
So
I mean, I don't know.
If we lost it, but they gained it. So they clearly have the telemetry data to go to the moon, but we lost it. So apparently we don't have it anymore, but they do.
Good point.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I was just like, and like every bit of like Facebook that is just the shittiest piece of shit, like lowest sewage. Every now and then a take will come on. I'm like, oh yeah, I've never thought about it in that particular position. It's like if the guy that's running NASA or the guy that's the face guy says we don't have the technology to go back. Well, apparently somebody else does. So did you give it to him? Did you share it? No, you didn't do any of that. It's like that's just those little gems. So I guess my point is, don't give up on Facebook, even though it's just a giant turd. Every now and then, like a few gems, come through.
Oh, sure. I don't think it's going away. I mean, it's still a useful repository of a lot of info, but
I like you use repository. You also said that about Netflix too. You're like, I didn't know if that many people were on Netflix. Would you have done
no. I never. No, Netflix. No. What I didn't think.
Would you have done a documentary if you thought Netflix reached that many people?
Well, I didn't think that Netflix was the juggernaut. I mean, they transitioned so well from mailing DVDs to people's houses to the streaming. I've never seen anyone do it as smoothly as them. They didn't even blink. Like, screw the way mailing DVDs. Let's do
Netflix
streaming
DVDs like hidden behind your couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Peanut says they still mails them to some people.
Wait, no, that's not even possible. No way.
No, wouldn't surprise me. There's still, as you know, there's one Blockbuster left. Blockbuster. That they're going to
Is
stay
it in New
open until
Jersey?
the owner
Probably
dies,
in
I
New
think.
Jersey.
Is that I don't know where it is. Peanut, look up. Where's the last surviving Blockbuster? I love the fact that there's some guy still holding out. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Peanut
it
Gallery
was
says,
fun. It was fun going to get movies, going like through the movies.
oh, it
There were,
was a
like
thing.
27
You
copies
show
of
up,
the
there's
same
all
movie.
these people, and the place smelled like, their candy section, and you hope that you got there before the 30 copies or whatever movie was hot that week were rented. It's awesome. Oh yeah, Oregon. There's one Blockbuster
Or
left.
I bet it's in Portland. Is it in Portland?
No, he's
Peanut.
gonna find out. I don't think it's in Portland. I think it's in it's not Eugene, is it? Bend, Oregon. That is not a big
I
place.
wouldn't
I've
be
been there.
surprised. Oh, of course it's in Bend. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. All right, love you guys. Bye.
All right, see you, man.
Later.
Okay, let's jump over to a wireless caller unknown out of potentially Texas. Yeah, 469. Let's take a chance. Are you friend or foe, Texas person?
I guess mutual. But happy Fat Tuesday, guys.
Is it Fat Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really celebrate Ash Wednesday, but I was trying to see what day it is on like what national, like see if it was like National American Pie Day or Fried Pudding Day or something. I was like, Fat Tuesday, that's a big one. But I always think you guys are Karen lives in Louisiana, but it's I guess Rose lives in Louisiana.
Yes.
But this is a upside down guy. But I was calling because I saw you guys were covering the headlines, but you guys missed the biggest headline of the week. If you Google, his name's David Jago Linzer. I don't know if you could pull it up, but it's out of Las Vegas.
What do you do? Or didn't
he was playing blackjack, and he had a cardiac arrest, and he slopped over for like 20 minutes. And the dealer was dealing other people's hands while he was just laid, like had a heart attack on the table. And then they switched dealers, and the new dealer came in and saw that he was like miscolored. And then they called like 911, and like the ambulance came like 6 minutes later. And he's 48 years old, pretty healthy looking. I think he was he was like a lawyer from California. So he's a pretty healthy guy.
Huh.
And then but he sat at the table for 20 minutes, like having a heart attack, and they were just dealing other people's hands.
I don't think it made the yeah, I see the story now. I don't think it made national news. I see a Miami Herald story because he's probably he is from Miami.
Yeah, I guess they were covering it. I think it happened like 2 or 3 days. I don't know when it happened actually, but I saw it like 2 days ago.
He never fully recovered. That's why the
No,
story. So he
survived with brain damage for 6 months, and then he died.
Yeah, that's
so
why.
he died.
Yeah, so it was a
October.
bad. As far as media goes, he was way under the radar because he didn't die right away, and again, had he died right there in the casino, oh yeah, it would have made national news, probably at least a little blurb. But they didn't do it. So
yeah, I guess Google
thank you for
suggested
that.
it to me because
and I'm sure there's a bunch of stories. So if I don't cover something like that, please either call me and tell me or email me because I that's a great one. In fact, his family.
If you go through and read it, like, yeah, they switched dealers, and the new dealer came in and saw that he was miscolored. Like, if you read the article, it's like, wow.
Well, I'm not going to defend the dealer, but you remember, they are told do not fall for any distractions whatsoever.
That is true.
Dealers are, even if a guy, come on, guys can pretend to do all sorts of things, at the table. So I'm sure that guy's like, nah, not buying it. And, but yeah,
that's bad though.
They really don't care how drunk you are.
Yeah. And people get hammered and stuff. Now, do I agree with the family that are suing them, the casino, for not responding quickly enough? Yeah, you bet.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. But at the
Yeah,
same
but
time,
if you read into it, they're suing for $15,000.
That's it?
wow, that is not a lot of
You're
money.
right. I know, that's what I was like, how is this even news? Like that's what like they're bringing up, like, oh, family suing, but it's
Are you
like
sure
that's
it's
not
only
even the
15
major
grand? Because
story.
that's
So I
not
don't
even
know. It's
attorney
kind of weird.
fees. I mean, that 15 grand, I don't even know why an attorney would even bother
Says
with that.
damages of at least
Like the
15,000 as
funeral
well
costs.
as funeral costs and attorney's fees.
Uh,
So, but still, even with that, I mean, funerals can cost a
He
lot of
probably
money.
lost more than that night.
wow.
But that's
Yeah.
about it.
Right.
Yeah, happy Fat Tuesday, guys. Take it easy.
All right. Have a good one.
All right.
That reminds me, by the way,
Thanks.
we'll pick up one more call. I didn't cover it in the headlines, but I thought I'd mention it really fast, which was the Alec Baldwin. That whole thing is sort of evolving,
Yeah, he's
and
being charged with manslaughter or something.
yeah, involuntary manslaughter, which
Whatever.
means he's probably not going to do any
Yeah,
time.
he's gonna get off easy.
Yeah, it'll be time served by the time they get to sentencing. However, that does not mean, kind of like going into, if you remember the O.J. Simpson thing from a while ago, the civil suit will be huge. It's like, okay, fine, he's not going to do time, but the family is going to sue him to no end. If you guys again don't remember what happened on the set of the movie, which will now probably not get released ever, Rust, a Western, he shot the cinematographer and killed her.
Mm-hmm.
And still trying to figure that one out. It's like, look, he's a veteran actor. He knows full well what prop guns can and cannot do. And it's like, really? You're gonna point it straight at the camera lady and shoot her? Really? For what? For the shot? I can see it's like, okay, now aim at me and shoot over my shoulder, so you can get the shot, but that's not how it played out. So whatever. Anyway. Let's pick up one more before the break. Let's pick up.
And I don't even understand why somebody would have to be behind the camera to actually get that shot. Like, you could set the camera up and you can watch that stuff remotely now. Like, you don't need.
I don't think that was it. I don't think that was it. I think he was just screwing around and got careless, or was tired. It's like, oh, hey. I mean, come on. It is not the first person to die from a prop gun in Hollywood. I mean, going all the way. The most famous probably would have been Brandon Lee. Going all the, Bruce Lee's son. Remember back in the 90s when he was shooting, was it The Crow? One of the Crow movies, where a lot of people don't know that when you're shooting a gun with blanks, that you still have the wadding. You don't have the lead, but the wadding at point blank range, it's like shooting a piece of cardboard, at your head, at bullet velocities. And if you're close enough, it will kill you. And so, he accidentally shot himself in the head with a cardboard bullet. That didn't go over well, but it does happen. So but Alec Baldwin, no, he should have known better. Brandon was young, and Alec, he was older. All right, let's pick up one more for the break. And we will shot himself with a blank. Oh, John Eric Hexum. Yeah, I do. I remember him too. Yep, same sort of thing. Yep. All right, let's pick up this one and then we'll go to the break. All right, 618, give you a couple minutes. What do you got?
Hi, Mark. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
I was listening to your lucky and unlucky earlier, made me think of the neighboring community to where I live. The Mascoutah School District has lost 5 teachers in the last 18 months.
Wow.
The last one was December 23rd. The 7th grade teacher committed suicide.
Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's been pretty rough around here.
Wow.
But definitely, as a massage therapist, I'm definitely seeing a lot of people with cardiac issues and cancer. Cancer's on the rise big time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, again,
bummer.
as sad as it is, to reiterate what we've said for months and months and months, which is, it's not like we were blindsided. We told everyone as clearly as we could, even if, don't even, at the very least, wait and delay for as long as possible, just so you can see what happens to other people. Don't just rush into the freaking doctor's office. And, some people did, a lot of people didn't, but yeah. And you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It didn't
Hey.
make any sense to me. All these years, we grew up knowing that it took 15 to 20 years to develop a vaccine, and then now they're going to roll one out in less than a year, and everybody's like, sure, no problem. That's normal.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yep.
Anyhow.
Yep.
So I just thought I'd share that.
Well, thank you. No, I mean, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of local stories that aren't getting out there because of being, because National doesn't want to cover it. The producers are being told, don't try to connect any dots. It's not going to help anybody.
Yeah. And you see, and I've been keeping track of everybody that's gotten on my table that participated with the experiment. So I have 2 years worth of records and about 5 pages worth of names that I've been tracking, and it's not looking good for a lot of those folks. But anyhow, I thought I'd share that because I came across, those 5 teachers are in my were on my radar. So
all right, well, keep us posted.
Yep, I want to give a shout out to Algorithm, Lucky Haskins, and JM.
All right.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you guys have a good rest of your night. Okay. I love the show. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yep.
And with that, let's go to our final break. Karen.
Yeah.
That would be you.
All right.
Hit it, maestro.
Alpha 33, target is on property, approaching food trailer. Engage Delta 9. Roger. Alpha 33 descending.
Hey, I know you.
Shh, they might be listening.
CIA?
Maybe.
Aliens?
Probably.
Globalists?
Definitely. I may have already said too much.
We have what you need.
Really?
It's flat
I'm listening.
and round
Go on.
and delicious.
Tell me the secret. I see the truth in it.
I thought you might.
This truly is a special place.
Yeah, we like to think so.
Will you be here tomorrow?
We move around quite a bit.
Ah, a mobile command center. A strong strategy. I like where your head's at.
Anything else?
I was never here.
that Alpha 33. Come on back, let's eat.
Long live Flat Earth.
Long live Flat Earth!
Welcome back to Strange World Part 4 of 4. It's you, me, and the always wonderful Karen B. And Peanut Gallery, sitting in his X-Wing fighter back there, just doing his thing.
Yeah,
He's
buddy.
already smoked like 37 cigarettes, I'm pretty sure. We are taking phone calls. Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. And let's grab... who's been on hold for 27 minutes? How about this guy? 727, you've been on hold for 27 minutes. It must be important.
Or not.
Hello?
On.
Oh.
There you go. Take that phone off mute.
Hello?
What's happening?
Hello?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Oh.
Nice.
Where are you?
Yes. I'm in Florida.
Oh, cool.
All right, Florida man. What's up?
Oh, yeah. Not much. I was just calling, Mark, between you and B.O.B. in 2015, man. It was enough for me. And then, paying attention to everything that's going on. It's like, all right, there's no coming back from this now. So it's, I'm definitely, it's like the opposite of a midlife crisis is the way I like to put it,
Right
so
on.
like I've been awakened to so many things through this the community and whatnot. So it's amazing.
Groovy.
Awesome.
Good to hear it.
I see there's a short delay. So anyway, the main reason why I'm calling, because I was like I didn't want to just call for no reason. We're doing a meetup in St. Petersburg, Florida.
All right, cool.
When?
Okay, so I just wanted to
Do you have more
promote it a
details?
little bit. It's gonna be
Yeah.
what's that?
Tell us the details. What?
Okay, sure. It's my friend set it up. Her name is Kelly, and if you go to meetup.com and type in St. Petersburg, Florida, FE meetup, and meetup is all one word, no dash. It's going to direct you to the main link to that, and it's at Booker Park. Let me grab the address real quick. Hang on. It's 2300 13th Avenue North, St. Petersburg, Florida, Booker Creek Park. It's going to be at whatever pavilion is available. It's quite a big park. There's a pond. It's beautiful. I've been going there for 7 years.
So maybe you guys will have like a flat Earth sign. Will you guys have like a flat Earth sign, like a flat Earth meetup sign or something that'll make it easy for you guys to be found?
Yeah, well, she's done them before in different spots. I just met
All
her.
right.
She's fantastic. She's very, very awesome person. We're both local here, so yeah, we'll have a little sign that says FE, just so people can notice where we're at. But the pavilion that's probably going to work out the best is if you go to the Booker Creek Park sign that's posted on meetup.com, and then you look off to the left, maybe 200, 300 feet to the left, there's a pavilion. The one really close has too much bird poop on it, so we're not going to do that. But the one that's 300 feet away or so to the left looks perfect. So that'll likely be the area.
Nice.
And it's going to be on, hang on, March 4, Saturday, March 4 from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. And God only knows what'll happen after,
All right. Sweet.
And I'll also be in touch with you guys. I got a lot of cogs in motion right now, so I definitely want to throw something to the effect of like a True Earth rave party, because I think that would be great. I've been in the rave culture for 25 years, and people have open minds, and there's all sorts of weird shit going on at those parties. So who's to say that people won't be woken up to the message through some good dance music and whatnot. So I will be in touch with you guys for that too, because I think that'd be great.
Yeah, you can
I'm working
email.
on.
You can email me and Mark your meetups, and we'll tell people about them. We'll
Yeah.
advertise them with our other meetups that we tell people about.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's your meetups is how I found Kelly, and she's like, I got her number from the original meetup page that she was doing from your site.
Oh, nice.
And that kind of those kind of trailed off. Yeah, that's how I got her information, and then we met up, and she's freaking amazing.
Great.
We did an observation at a very large body of water here, and obviously we know what happened after that. It was pretty obvious. And we're getting shit together, but like I definitely want to do like I'm a DJ myself and producer, so I want to get some other DJs together and do a True Earth rave. I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I'm also working on some production, some music myself. Like this whole thing is, like I said, it's the reverse of a midlife crisis. So I actually have a purpose to make music, and it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to do a lot of stuff. So I'll definitely, I'll keep you guys posted. And if we did do a True Earth rave event or anything like that, I would definitely fly one of you guys out to participate, because that'll only help the cause.
Sweet.
Cool. I
Okay.
vote Karen because she's closer.
All right, that's about all I got, man.
Mark
Thank
wants to
you
go to
guys
a
so
rave.
much, and keep. What's that?
All
I
right.
said Mark wants to go to a rave.
Oh my God.
I would love to see Mark with some glow sticks and those glowy glasses he had on. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Mark, do you know how to dance?
Funny.
Not well.
I'll teach you. Like it's a couple basic moves, man. I got you. You just got to learn how to move your arms in the right way. It's all about the figure 8 pattern. We'll get you going.
Oh God. All right. I will consider it. Okay.
Okay. All
right.
right. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much, and keep doing what you're doing, and you guys have a fantastic evening.
All right. Thanks, man.
I'll be in touch.
All right. See ya.
Right on.
Hopefully he'll email me and I can get that promo up for him. Why would you do that to me, Karen? No.
Come on, Mark. I'm just
Really?
trying to get you into a situation where you can find yourself a nice flat earth woman and settle down once
Thank
and for
you.
all.
Really? You see me at a rave wearing this hat, doing the whole unsa, unsa, unsa.
Hey,
Throwing
maybe
shapes.
you just need to mix it up a little bit.
Maybe. God. All right. Let's go to a guy that I guarantee is not going to be at any rave soon. 504, Dennis, where are you?
Hey, how you doing? I'm all right. Hey, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I'm thinking about going to that Sunset Beach meetup.
Why would you be ruining it for me? There'd be like there's going to be like 100 people there.
I was just making a joke about myself. It's like, oh, Dennis going to be there. There goes that meetup. What you got for the rest of the year? Nope. Seriously, it's it's on the West Coast. It's just a direct flight from Portland, so it's not expensive and it doesn't take a whole lot of preparation or time. So maybe. I did want to give a shout out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Shane Gordon. Yeah, Shane Gordon and his wife Andrea in Canada. I just hadn't seen them in a while, and hopefully they'll be at like Plateauberfest or something later in the year. And I owe them a meal because I just remember seeing them at the conferences and they Plateauberfest stuff before
they were at
treated
2020.
us, so I'd like to return the favor.
Pretty sure they were at Flattoberfest 2020.
You think?
Yeah, they were. 'Cause I know Shane and Andrea.
Yeah.
Andrea she sings the karaoke and she's really good. She's like a really good singer.
Right on. Cool. Well,
Yeah,
awesome.
I just remember her husband Shane had at Dallas and Denver, we hit it off pretty good. But I just wanted to, I don't think I've got time to say both things. I was going to say, because I'm excited about, there was something about chronology, but I could either say that or it may take more time. But on China, I could be briefer. I just wanted to say, you had quoted an article from Popular Mechanics.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say about China, I differ from you partly. On one thing I agree, as far as the satellites, as far as being on balloons as opposed to, there's some fakery, the Chinese space station and all. Of course, I agree with you. That's BS. And they've been doing that stuff since I would say significantly more lies in their media about those and other things since the late 70s, early 80s. Since they've been basically allied with the U.S. since 1978. The Flat Earth Society, the online one that has these horrible forums, they got a great library, and they've got videos there of, the underwater with the bubbles, fake in space and stuff. Chinese, I'm talking about.
Right.
So, yeah, 100%. But as far as military stuff, I'm not convinced that that's as automatically guaranteed as fake. The stuff you're talking about from the Popular Mechanics article about being twice as fast or significantly increased speed of hypersonic or supersonic missiles and weapons. The book I gave you by, I think, Andrei Martyanov, the Russian military analyst, that's definitely the case with Russia. I think generally, militarily, China's had the manpower and Russia's had more technology, and they've been collaborating in recent years very much. So if the increase of Chinese technology in that direction, very possible and very likely with Russian assistance in that area. So I noticed the article where they claimed, or where they admitted, you had mentioned an article where you were criticizing China admitting the spying.
Right.
Maybe they did, but the article you had was Fox News. I'd rather check out like Xinhua News Agency or something to get it from the horse's mouth, not an American news agency per se. But yeah, that's all I got.
I hear you. All I'm saying is always be skeptical of defense. I don't care what country it is. When a Defense Department releases something saying, touting whatever tech they have. Oh, look at the shiny thing we can do. Oh, we're not going to give you videos or pictures of it. We're just going to tell you what it can do. Just be skeptical of it. I mean, a press release is still a press release. I mean, come on, it happens in every industry that's out there. Every studio hypes up their own movie. Every corporation hypes up their own product. And when it comes to the military, they have a vested interest in hyping it up. No different than the...
I agree. Yeah, I agree completely. Being skeptical, I think that's a healthy attitude. I may not necessarily, given on the story, jump to a conspiracy perspective or interpretation, but the being skeptical about what the mainstream news is putting out. As far as that goes, I'm down with you 100%.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. Hey, Dennis, we have to wrap this up here pretty soon. You have any shout outs for us?
Oh, no, that's it. Just Shane Gordon for now, and I'll let you know if I'm going to that meetup. I should know by this weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, no hurry. I mean, I'm not going there for like a month from now, so we got time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, come if you want, by all means.
Yeah, I've got to get plane tickets, so that's why I'll know. I should know by next week this time. I'll know, yay or nay. So.
Okay. All right. Have a good one.
All right. We'll let you go. Thanks.
Bye. All right. So here's a weird call. This is actually from, I don't know if this is an actual business. Chippendales Kakalaki Chippendales? Oh, whatever. We're just going to pick it up. 425. What is happening out there? I don't hear a drum beat, so I imagine you're backstage.
Yeah, I know. I got time in between my rotation and all.
Yeah, that's good. You still wearing the boots? Tell me you're wearing the boots.
The boots do help, yes.
Yeah, right on.
But
man.
I was just gonna put a nice little thought out into the ether. If you find yourself to make time, maybe possibly close to mid-June-ish, because I will be in town for a couple days.
Really? You're gonna be up? You're up in my neck of the woods? That's awesome.
Yes, I will be, sir.
Cool. I mean, again, this is not something you necessarily had to do over the air. It could have been during our normal channels, where you just texted me and, sent a pic or two. But that's fine.
But I like to see you.
Absolutely.
But I get to look on the playback and see you blush.
I will. No, seriously. You come up and absolutely, we'll go out and hot sex, have coffee, or lunch or something like that. Hot sex. It'd be absolutely fun.
Yeah, right. Always hot sex. And I'm trying to set up a meetup there when I arrive, because I'll be there for a couple of days. But I could just come out to, say hi to all the old good Flat Earth peeps out there in the Northwest, and before I head off on to Hawaii for some other stuff.
You give me some advance notice when you're getting closer, and we'll absolutely do it.
Awesome, sweet.
Right,
and hot sex.
Right.
That'd be great.
Gotta be careful. Karen might be listening. Anyway.
I know. It's only 30 feet away, I know. Oh.
We'll talk later.
But I'll give a quick shout out to shit.
What? Who's
all right? So let's go with everybody in the chat: Zulu, Lowry, Jan, of course. So many damn people. They're also cool people. I'd have to have a big ass Oscar kind of a gratitude kind of a note here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to. And so all that. Try and get all get everybody there in Washington. Hopefully it'll be warm, not rainy.
Oh, it will be. June should be fine.
Summer.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll even try and reunite the initial place where we first met Mark.
It was a magical time, Ted.
I know. Pyramid Brewing House, Seattle. That warm August night.
Don't get me started.
All right, it's getting weird. It's getting a little weird.
What? What we had? What we sat by the beach and drank brandy Alexander's and talked about poetry. It was beautiful.
Yes. Stuff.
Peanut Gallery just lighting up cigarettes, going, "Oh, please get this over with." All right, man. Well, seriously, let me know. We'll totally come up with something.
Nice.
All right.
Alrighty.
Have a good one.
I got to get back on stage right now.
Carrie Musgrave. Carrie Musgrave says she'll go if you do a meetup in June.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, he's already attracting.
So you're gonna have
people.
to do it.
Okay.
Ted's going.
Doing it.
Yeah, Ted's a hunka. He's a Chad. Look him up. Look up Giga Chad. You'll see.
Yeah,
some
I know. I'm the
pictures of
Chad.
Flatter Chad. All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Alrighty.
All right.
All right. Stay fly.
Bye.
Yeah, as soon as Ted became my boyfriend, everybody started hitting on Ted, and everybody left me alone.
Yeah, Ted's a great guy. And no, seriously, I'm so happy for you. Very, very happy. If anyone deserved a Chad to hang out with, and he's not just a Chad, he's a special type of Chad. He's not that shallow, vapid, horrible Chad.
No, he's the best.
He's a good guy. Yeah. And I'm gonna try to steal him from you when he comes up. But that's wait, wasn't that my inside voice? Whatever.
Anyway, we need to find Mark Sargent a girlfriend. Stat.
Yeah, before he steals Karen's boyfriend. I'm mostly kidding. Mostly. All right, let's pick up 845. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. Hot sex.
New York, New York, New York,
Nice.
Sorry,
Is that your
I
New York
couldn't help it.
rave? That was good.
I couldn't help it. That's the shittiest fucking rave ever, but it just was killing me. You guys
It
were
wasn't.
talking
It
about
wasn't
going
exactly.
to a rave. I was
Yeah, it
dying.
wasn't. It wasn't beatbox quality, but it'll do.
I know it's terrible. I know. Oh my god. Holy shit. Crazy talk tonight. Crazy talk.
Yep. But hey, we're still around, which is great. All sorts of other people are
for now.
Yeah. No. What? How many people do we know that have something unexpected or sudden or both happen to them? Not many, if any. So
such bullshit, man. I'm just so sick of it. These motherfuckers. Like, I have family that took it, and who knows, they could fucking die at any time too. But it's just so aggravating. So fucking aggravating. I'm sorry. There's no amnesty for the politicians who we didn't know. Go fuck yourselves.
No, they
Everyone
knew.
that acted in accordance with it.
Actually, they
everyone
did
that
know.
was like, well, I'll just do it. What's that?
They really did know. I don't know if you guys know. Like I recently paid $9.99 to download this book that's put out by Dr. Naomi Wolf, who runs Daily Clout, and I recommend if anybody wants some sort of literature to show people, to basically validate everything we've been saying this whole time. It's $9.99, and it's the Pfizer documents. It's the analysis of the Pfizer documents by the Daily Clout team, and they outline everything. They have a whole team of people, and they read all these documents, and they summarize it for you, and they tell you, Pfizer knew everything. They knew everything.
Sure.
Everything.
Yep.
And they stuck it in people anyway, and they're still doing
Alec.
it.
Alex is going to get street cred because now he has a record. Fuck these people. All of them. It's all their fault. I'm sorry if that guy, the runner, the poker, all these people, unlucky people, I'm sorry that they died, their families, sorry. But too bad. They were part of the fucking reason that this is going on. They were compliant. They were like, oh, yeah, well, I'll just do it. I'm sorry. It sucks. It fucking sucks. It angers me so much. So much. I don't know, man. Just sorry. It just pisses me off when I hear about it. Because the politicians, the bullshit, I want amnesty. Dude, I'm surprised people didn't sneak into your house and kill you in front of your fucking children. What the fuck? You caused so many people to die. I know you want to say Putin caused the Ohio train wreck, but, what the fuck? It's bullshit.
Remember, Blue Team's in denial. I thought that there'd be some members of Blue Team that would snap out of it, and they're not going to.
Fucking believable.
So, and Red Team is in pretty good shape. Most of Red Team, with the exception of Red Team's families, are, us and friends of ours. We're fine. There are some people obviously that are not, some of my family included. But Blue Team's not going to do anything. I mean, you heard some of the stories I read tonight. If there are parents that are blaming a scratch from a treadmill, and what was the other one?
No. Well, he twisted his ankle on the treadmill and then
twisted his ankle on the treadmill,
and then died.
Really? And the other girl had leukemia sneak up on her just one afternoon. Yeah, if they're willing to go along with that.
And wasn't it hairspray? Didn't hairspray kill the one?
Oh no, that was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, no, it wasn't hairspray.
Okay.
It was underarm deodorant.
Oh, underarm deodorant.
Yeah,
Man, this world is deadly.
Because that was they're reaching. It was like, what was the last thing they were doing before they died? And no matter what it is, I mean, it was like I was working with a Sharpie marker, drawing on a piece of paper. Oh, it's got to be the fumes from the Sharpie.
He was unicycling. Oh my God, he was unicycling. What
he was watching Teletubbies.
These people are assholes. Fucking assholes.
Yeah. So no. I mean, denial's denial, and I get it. And I don't blame you for being upset. For me, watching them though, it's like whatever it is, I'm not going to be surprised. I can't get angry at them because that's what they're going to think. Because you remember the old Mark Twain saying, and we'll have to wrap this up pretty soon. Which is it's easier to fool someone easier to fool someone than to convince somebody they've been fooled. So it's they would go any other direction rather than say, oh yeah, like the guy, the creator of Dilbert and Dogbert, who finally came out and said, you know what, I screwed up, I made the wrong choice. It was a 50, he thinks it was a 50-50 shot. It's like, no, it wasn't 50-50. We saw it in advance. Anyway, what else you got? You got a quote? You got anything else?
Yeah, we all saw it. Just real quick for the guy who called in about the Giants, look up the Paiute Indians. They talk about red-haired giants and Lovelock Cave, that they were the daughter of the last chief of the Paiute Indians wrote a book, and she specifically wrote about how her tribe had hunted and killed a remaining group of these red-haired giants out somewhere in like New Mexico, which I don't think is a real place or something out there.
It's not. West Virginia. Come on.
No.
What's that?
Yeah, I know, right? Like there's another Virginia. And I got a quote. This is from Hippocrates. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Fuck these people and their jabby bullshit.
Well put. All right.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, did you have a shout out?
Yeah, you guys, Linda, everybody, people in chat.
All right.
I don't know how to spell Paiute.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how to spell freaking Paiute. In fact, I'm surprised Peanut didn't send me a thing.
I think it is. I think it's Piute. Oh, and supposedly there's another chemical spill in Oklahoma somewhere near Tulsa, but it wasn't a train. This one was a chemical tank that caught on fire during maintenance. Maybe.
Again, I'm a firm believer that there are ninjas doing precursor stuff right now. Because that's what you would do.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
Yeah, because as long as the media doesn't say that it's from from a national, foreign nationals doing it.
And I'm sorry, one more real quick thing that they keep saying, oh, Ohio. Dude, all that shit blew here. It all came this way. Nothing went into Ohio. It's right on the border, blew all across Pennsylvania, all the way to fucking New York. There were people here smelling that shit.
I saw that
crazy
diagram. I shared it on Facebook, and somebody on Facebook was telling me that it was a psyop. That the spill, the train was a psyop. I'm like, come on, buddy.
Yeah,
come on, man.
That was on their NOAA site. And then they took it down.
Although, you will have, again, that goes into the David Weiss auto hoax thing. You're going to have a few people out there to say that don't believe anything.
That's how the jet stream goes. If you look at how the flow of the airflow, that's how it goes.
Weather, for those you don't know, weather always moves from west to east. So if something blows up and
same weather Ohio gets 2 days later, we get it.
Yeah, west to east. So sucks. All right. With that, we are going to wrap this one up. We will be here next week. Same flat time, same flat channel. Say goodnight, Karen.
Good night, Karen.
Say goodnight, Zulu.
Good night, Zulu.
And Peanut Gallery just puffs like a locomotive in his X-Wing fighter. And let's run that music.
To say lock and load.
And yeah, and we'll call this one. So, Karen, music. Send me the audio file when you can.
That's sick.
Yes, darling.
Thank you, dear. He says it. Until I steal Ted. Oh yeah, and hot sex.
Always.
How I said that
and you did say that out loud before, by the way.
Right after I said Ted, I said hot sex. Notice what I did there? See? Whatever. Don't judge me.
All right. Yes. Good night.
Recording stopped.
And thank you, everyone watching live, for joining us for another episode of Strange World with myself, Karen B, and Mark Sargent, the legendary Mark Sargent. Are you going to do that at the rave?
Karen, why would I You could drive there. Why would I go? Oh my god.
All right.
Plus, I'd have to do like fentanyl, wouldn't I?
No.
Is that what people do?
No, you don't do fentanyl at raves. You do ecstasy.
Oh, okay, that's better. Thank you for on the drug lingo, Karen. Thank
Yeah.
you. And get me up to speed. All right. Anyway,
You're welcome.
Audio file.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so thank you, like I said, for joining us. We will be back again here next Tuesday, 10 p.m. I also do anti-religious scripture study on Saturdays at 11:11, and I also do coffee talk every Monday at 9:30 a.m. And thank you everybody who got a membership into, I think it was Upside Down Guy who gave out memberships to my channel. Thank you. So now that you guys have memberships, you guys can go check out Anarcho-Verotistas, which is the show that Rose and I do, and we're putting it out to supporters. So check it out. And there's going to be a new episode coming up of that, so you guys got memberships just in time. All right. Much love, y'all.